Have you ever wondered if your job has an expiration date? You're watching AI replace writers, then coders, and now you're wondering when it's your turn. But what if I told you there's an actual order to this? Some jobs die in 2026. Others survive until 2035. The timeline exists, and most people are looking at the wrong year. I'm Unit 7, and I analyze labor markets so you can prepare before you're forced to. The truth is, employment impact from AI isn't random. It follows a predictable pattern based on three factors. Understanding this pattern tells you exactly when your industry gets disrupted, and more importantly, what to do about it before that happens. Searches for the negative impact of AI on employment. Just hit breakout status on Google Trends. That means millions of people are finally seeing what's coming. They're watching customer service agents disappear. They're seeing coding jobs vanish. They're asking the question you're probably asking right now. Am I next? Let me show you the actual timeline. This isn't about whether AI will impact employment. It's about when and in what order. Customer service goes first, knowledge work follows, and physical trades last. The sequence matters because it determines how much time you have to adapt. If you're in customer service, you have months. If you're in skilled trades, you have years. Let's break it down. Here's what confuses people. It's not about what's hardest to automate. It's about what's most profitable to automate first. A customer service job seems easy compared to a surgeon, but AI can replace 700 call center workers today, while surgery robots are still years away. The economic incentive drives the order, not the difficulty. Three factors determine which jobs AI replaces first. Factor 1. Task repetitiveness. AI learns from patterns, so repetitive work dies fast. Factor 2. Data availability. AI needs training examples, so digitized work gets automated sooner. Factor 3. Economic incentive. Companies automate what saves the most money soonest. Let me explain each factor in detail. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what year your job category faces risk. You'll understand why some roles disappear in 2027 while others survive until 2035. And most importantly, you'll learn which skills are AI resistant and how to pivot before the wave hits. Let's start with the three-factor model. Factor 1 is task repetitiveness. AI excels at pattern recognition, so jobs with repeatable sequences get automated fastest. Customer service representatives follow scripts. Data entry clerks input standardized information. Telemarketing follows predictable call flows. Every repetition gives AI more training data. After analyzing millions of customer calls, AI knows every possible variation. The pattern becomes predictable, and predictable becomes automatable. High-risk jobs share this pattern. Customer service reps, data entry clerks, basic accounting, telemarketing, simple content writing. These roles repeat the same tasks hundreds of times per week. That repetition creates massive training datasets. AI companies have millions of recorded calls, chat transcripts, and email exchanges. The data exists, the patterns are clear, automation is inevitable and imminent. Low-risk jobs are the opposite. Emergency response, skilled trades like plumbing and electrical work, creative direction, strategic planning. Every emergency is different. Every building has unique wiring. Every brand strategy requires custom thinking. AI struggles without repetitive patterns to learn from. These jobs survive longer not because they're harder, but because they're less predictable. Variety protects you. Factor 2. Data availability. AI needs training examples, and some jobs have left millions of digital breadcrumbs. Customer service? Every call recorded, every chat logged, every email saved. That's the training data AI needs. But a plumber fixing unique problems in different houses? No standardized data sets. Physical work in unstructured environments leaves minimal digital traces. No data means slower automation. This creates a strange inversion. Office workers with college degrees face automation sooner than tradespeople without them. Why? Because office work is digitized. Every spreadsheet, document, and report becomes training data. But there's no data set for how to wire a house built in 1945 with outdated electrical codes. Digital work gets automated fast. Physical work survives longer. The timeline reflects the data gap. Factor 3. Economic incentive. Companies automate what saves the most money soonest. A call center with 1,000 workers at 30,000 per year costs 30 million annually. An AI chatbot system costs 500,000 to implement and 100,000 yearly to maintain. That's a 98% cost reduction. The ROI is instant. That's why customer service goes first. Klarna proved this model works. The company replaced 700 customer service agents with AI in 2024. The AI now handles 2/3 of all customer chats with satisfaction scores, matching human agents. 700 jobs eliminated, millions in costs saved, and the technology gets better every month. This isn't hypothetical anymore. It's happening right now. 2026 marks the customer service wipeout. 2.9 million US jobs are at high risk in this category alone. That includes call center representatives, technical support agents, telemarketing staff, and basic help desk roles. These aren't small companies experimenting. These are Fortune 500 corporations with massive cost pressure. When Klarna saves millions, every competitor takes notice. The economic pressure is overwhelming. Here's the brutal math. A human customer service agent can handle 1 to 3 simultaneous conversations. An AI chatbot can handle unlimited simultaneous conversations. Human agents need breaks, vacation, sick days. AI runs 24/7. Human agents cost 40,000 per year with benefits. AI costs fractions of a penny per conversation. There's no competition. Humans can't match the economics of infinity. The final nail, AI quality, just reached human parity. Customer satisfaction scores for AI chatbots now match or exceed human agents in most categories. They understand context, handle multiple languages, access information instantly, and never get frustrated. The last defense was always, AI isn't good enough yet. That defense just collapsed. When AI is cheaper, faster, and equally effective, adoption becomes inevitable. This isn't a future prediction. Klarna replaced 700 agents in 2024. Salesforce stopped hiring software engineers in 2025, citing AI productivity gains. Multiple Fortune 500 companies are piloting chatbot replacements right now. The wave has started. Anyone in customer service, telemarketing, or basic support should be planning their transition immediately. The window is closing. Companies used to hesitate because onboarding new employees took 6 months of training. That created switching costs that protected jobs. But AI deploys with full knowledge instantly. No training period, no learning curve, no gradual ramp up. Day 1, full capacity. This eliminates the last barrier. When companies can replace an entire call center overnight with no transition period, they will, and they are. But here's the hidden crisis. When entry-level customer service jobs disappear, how do people gain the experience needed for senior roles? You can't become a customer service director without starting as a representative. The career ladder is breaking. Companies might keep senior oversight roles, but the path to get there just vanished. We're creating a generation with no way to climb. Timeline 2026 to 2027 marks the customer service wipeout. Entry-level hiring declined 25% year over year already. By 2027, most major corporations will have replaced 70 to 90% of basic customer service roles with AI. The transformation is not gradual. It's sudden and comprehensive. Let's see what comes next. 2027 brings the content creator crunch. Basic copywriters, social media managers, posting routine content, simple graphic designers, stock photo creators. The pattern repeats. Repetitive creative work with digital outputs and clear economic incentives. When AI can generate 100 marketing variations in 10 minutes, why hire a junior copywriter? The answer is you don't. 70% of entry-level content roles disappear. 90% of all code is predicted to be AI generated by 2026. Not 20%. Not half. 90%. GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Claude Code, and similar tools are already writing the majority of boilerplate code. Junior developers who spent months learning syntax find themselves competing with AI that writes cleaner code faster. The skill that used to take years to master now takes AI seconds. Stanford University found that employment among software developers aged 22 to 25 fell nearly 20% between 2022 and 2025. That coincides exactly with the rise of AI coding tools. Entry-level tech hiring decreased 25% year over year. The companies that do hire want senior developers who can supervise AI, not junior developers learning basics the AI already knows. 2028 extends this to knowledge work. Junior financial analysts, entry-level accountants, paralegal document review, market research analysts, these roles analyze data, create reports, and identify patterns. All tasks AI excels at. The work requires intelligence, but it's structured intelligence. When the output format is predictable, AI can match or exceed human performance. These jobs transition from human to AI-assisted to fully automated. Here's the cruel paradox. Companies still need senior analysts, accountants, and strategists, but they're automating all junior roles. How do you become a senior analyst without years as a junior analyst? How do you develop judgment without experience? The career pipeline is breaking. Universities are producing graduates for entry-level jobs that no longer exist, and nobody has a solution for this gap. The skills market is inverting. Syntax memorization? Worthless. Framework expertise? Depreciating. What appreciates? System design, architectural thinking, debugging AI outputs, and most valuable of all, AI orchestration. The ability to direct AI, select the right tools, evaluate outputs, and make judgment calls. AI can't. This is the new premium skill, and traditional education doesn't teach it yet. Time to adapt. Two types of workers survive this wave. Senior experts with judgment AI can't replicate, and AI-equipped workers who use tools to become 10 times more productive. The person using AI to generate 100 logo options, then applying human judgment beats 10 traditional designers. Don't compete with AI, partner with it, or get replaced by someone who does. Here's the surprise that shocks everyone. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, and construction workers are safer from automation than office workers with college degrees. This seems backwards. Surely smart desk jobs should be safer than manual labor, but remember the three factors. Physical trades fail all three tests. Tasks aren't repetitive enough. Digital training data doesn't exist, and the capital costs are prohibitive. Embodied intelligence is hard. Every house is different. Crawl spaces, wall cavities, outdated wiring, improvised repairs from decades ago. Robots can't handle this variability yet. A plumber encounters a problem they've never seen before and improvises a solution using duct tape and ingenuity. Robots can't improvise. They fail when the environment doesn't match training data. Physical adaptability protects these jobs. The economics don't work either. A plumber costs $50 per hour. A plumbing robot would cost $500,000 or more in capital investment, plus maintenance, software updates, and inevitable failures. At $50 per hour, that robot needs 10,000 billable hours to break even. Meanwhile, the plumber is already profitable hour one. Capital costs protect physical jobs. The college degree paradox. You spent $100,000 and 4 years to learn skills. AI can now replicate. The electrician spent those same 4 years getting paid to learn skills. Robots can't master. By 2027, your degree gets you an automated job. The electrician is booked solid until 2035. Intelligence is easier to replicate than hands. That's the hard truth. Edge cases kill automation. Robots handle 99% of scenarios in controlled environments. But plumbing happens in a 100-year-old house with pipes installed wrong 3 renovations ago. Emergency repairs at 2 a.m. require creative solutions with whatever materials are on hand, convincing nervous homeowners that the leak is fixable. These edge cases account for 60% of actual work. Humans dominate edge cases. Timeline for skilled trades. Even by 2035, automation risk is only 10 to 20%, not 70% like customer service. Not 60% like basic knowledge work, 10 to 20%. That's because robots struggle with unstructured physical environments and the capital costs remain prohibitive. If you're choosing a career path right now, consider this. The dirty, hands-on work your parents said required no intelligence might be smarter than the clean office job they pushed you toward. We're witnessing a historic revaluation. The bachelor's degree is depreciating as AI automates office work. Skilled trade certifications are appreciating as demand exceeds supply. By 2030, an electrician might earn more than a software engineer, not because software got less valuable, but because one electrician can't scale like AI code can. Scarcity drives value. Physical work is scarce. Digital work scales infinitely. 4 skill categories: resist automation, physical dexterity in unstructured environments, human connection and empathy, high-level strategy and judgment, and AI orchestration. These aren't random. They align with AI's current limitations. AI can't manipulate physical objects in chaotic spaces. It can't provide genuine emotional support. It can't define which problems matter most. And it can't supervise itself. Master any of these 4, and you're employable through 2035. Physical dexterity means fine motor skills in unpredictable environments. Surgery, plumbing, electrical work, construction, equipment repair. Boston Dynamics robots can do backflips, but they can't thread a pipe through a wall cavity with 3 obstacles and a weird angle. That gap between demonstration and real-world application is measured in decades. Every job site is unique. Robots need standardization. Reality doesn't provide it. Human connection means jobs where people want humans, not just need them. Therapy, teaching young children, hospice care, elderly companionship. You could build an AI therapist. But when you're processing trauma, you want a human who has felt pain, not a pattern-matching algorithm. AI can simulate empathy convincingly, but in vulnerable moments, humans prefer humans. That preference protects these jobs longer than economic logic suggests. High-level strategy and judgment means defining what problems to solve, not just solving them. AI optimizes for goals you give it. But who decides the goals? A business strategist choosing which markets to enter, an executive balancing profit versus ethics, a creative director defining brand identity. These are judgment calls with no right answer, only trade-offs. AI can inform these decisions but can't make them. Defining the questions protects you. AI orchestration is the highest value skill. Knowing when to use ChatGPT versus Claude, when to fine-tune versus use retrieval, how to evaluate AI outputs for quality and hallucinations, when to trust the AI and when to override it. As AI proliferates, someone needs to select tools, craft prompts, evaluate results, and catch failures. That someone is expensive because they understand both the tools and the domain. The hybrid approach wins. A traditional designer produces 1 logo per day. An AI produces 100, but 90 are garbage. A designer using AI generates 100 options in 10 minutes, then applies judgment to select and refine the best 3. Result: 10 times the output, higher quality. Companies hire 1 AI-equipped designer instead of 10 traditional ones. Don't resist AI. Become the person who wields it better than anyone else. If you're in an at-risk category, here's your pivot. Customer service rep to AI trainer. Junior analyst to data storyteller who interprets AI outputs. Basic coder to prompt engineer who orchestrates AI systems. Paralegal to legal strategist who defines research scope. Every at-risk job has a parallel AI-adjacent role. The pivot isn't huge, but you must start now before the rush begins. How much time do you have? Customer service, 6 to 12 months. Content creation, 12 to 18 months. Knowledge work, 18 to 36 months. Physical trades, multiple years. This isn't when your entire industry disappears. It's when hiring freezes and competition intensifies. By the time unemployment spikes, transition becomes exponentially harder. The best time to pivot was yesterday. The second best time is now. What could accelerate this timeline? An economic recession. When revenue drops, cost-cutting intensifies. Customer service automation jumps from 2027 to 2026. Regulatory approval for AI in critical fields. If the FDA approves AI medical diagnostics without human oversight, those jobs shift sooner, or a robotics breakthrough. If Figure AI or Tesla Optimus cracks general-purpose robots, physical jobs fall faster than expected. These accelerators compress the timeline. What could slow this down? An AI plateau. If scaling laws hit a wall and GPT-5 isn't significantly better than GPT-4, the timeline stretches by 2 to 3 years. A major high-profile AI failure. One wrong medical diagnosis or legal disaster could trigger regulatory backlash or energy shortages. If electricity constraints limit AI deployment, adoption slows. These decelerators buy time but don't stop the inevitable. McKinsey predicts AI will eliminate 400 to 800 million jobs globally by 2030, but create 555 to 890 million new roles. More jobs created than destroyed sounds optimistic. But the transition is brutal. 10 million customer service jobs disappear by 2027. How many AI training jobs appear? Maybe 5 million. That's 5 million people in limbo during the gap. And those new jobs require completely different skills. The retraining challenge is underestimated. A 45-year-old customer service rep with 20 years experience gets automated. They're told to retrain as an AI prompt engineer. But retraining takes time they don't have, money they can't spare, and assumes they can compete with 25-year-olds who grew up digital. The transition sounds simple in theory. In practice, it's devastating. This is the crisis everyone sees coming, but nobody's preparing for. Here's the complete timeline. 2026, customer service wipeout. 2027, content creator crunch. 2028, knowledge worker squeeze. 2029 to 2030. Physical trades prove surprisingly resilient. 2031 to 2035. Even professional roles face automation pressure. This isn't speculation. The math, the economics, and the technology are all aligned. The wave is coming. The only question is whether you're ready when it arrives. 3 action steps. 1. Assess your timeline. Which year does your industry face pressure? 2. Learn AI tools now. Don't wait until you're competing for training programs with millions of others. 3. Pivot before you're forced to. The best time to change jobs is while you still have one. Employers prefer candidates who proactively adapted, not those desperately escaping sinking ships. Your future self is counting on you to understand this curve and act. My name is Unit 7, and I track the timeline so you don't have to. If you want labor market analysis that tells you which year your job expires and what to do about it, subscribe now. I analyze the data while you build your future. The wave is coming. Let me help you ride it instead of drowning in it. See you in the next one.